God conscience is pure love, attainable only through total acceptance and smashing of the ego brain. On Facebook and Instagram at CypressWhite666. What I'm doing is just going through, showing my posts. What you'll see is that as I'm at the top, they're pretty bad. It's all depressing. It's all negative. It's all about the abuses that have occurred to me. As we get farther down, which will be on different updates because I'm going to shorten them up. The one I put was over an hour long and it wouldn't load. So I'm just trying to show some of the stuff. It's an opportunity to see all the different, I mean, there's stuff in here where you'll see, like says I shared a memory from 7 years ago and it's only been 3 years. Says I shared a memory from 10 years ago, it's been 7 years. Posts that are out of order, dates that don't line up. All proof of this group hacking my account and preventing my posts from being seen to further their agenda of slandering me and making me look like a horrible person as opposed to the kind, non-violent, loving person that I am. Hardworking, intelligent, friendly. I've never been a bad person in my life. I'm non-abusive. I'm non-violent. I don't struggle with ego problems. So, being boastful or having to lie, having to control something, make myself seem bigger or better than it is not something I deal with. I am not afraid to say I don't know, I don't understand, can you help me? I don't have to understand it. Because what happens when you have that God complex is, and it's a problem in the world today since God has been removed, people look up to nothing anymore. They feel like they're at the top of the totem pole, and therefore there is no one to ask for help. They have to know all the answers. And when you don't know the answer and you're afraid to ask for help from somebody, you feel you have to tear it down and control it, make it smaller than you so that you can be in charge of it and still be at the top of the totem pole. When in fact, if you don't know something, you simply don't know it. It means you're a coward with a God complex to have to be in control of something that you have no control of. Just say, I don't know. People have said, you think you're a know-it-all. Well, for one, here's a fact. Those that think they know it all don't. Those that are intelligent have the wherewithal to humble themselves and not have to act like a know-it-all. Now, the reason people say that to me, I don't carry myself as a know-it-all. I am not afraid to say I don't know. And with that, I am a man of integrity. I am a man of my word. So I am not going to jeopardize my integrity by lying. I am not afraid to say, I don't know. It's very simple, but as Henry Ford said, thinking is the hardest thing to do. Thinking is the hardest thing in the world to do. That's why so few people do it. And that's often called the unthinking majority. It's easier just to deal with somebody saying, "What's that?" Ask for an answer and expect somebody else to give them the answer, instead of just taking a moment to think before you speak. The problem I find, and this is, the key to being a good communicator, the biggest thing to being a good communicator is you have to be a good listener. And if all you are is caught up within yourself, and all you can think about is yourself, you're not going to listen to what somebody else has to say. 90%, I'll estimate, of people you encounter and you conversate with them, they don't hear what you're saying, because while you're talking, they're already trying to think of what they're going to say next. They don't care really what you have to say. How are you today is very irritating to me. The truth is, you don't care. Because the reality is, I am very, very rarely good. That is one of the few lies I tell consistently. I do it to avoid issue and to just, so to say, stay within the status quo. How are you today? I'm fine. Well, you don't look fine. I'm fine. Because the reality is, you don't care to know about my problems. My problems are very serious. I have a group of individuals that have plotted against my life since I was a teenager, in some regards of it, to destroy my life and for it to end in my death by my committing suicide for the benefit of somebody's ego, of welfare fraud, and in my opinion, goddamn stupidity. I don't understand how somebody can have such a shallow shell of a person soul that they think they are so above people that they can judge them. They are better than them. I promise you, I'm a man of my word. I'm not intimidated by people. I'm not impressed with your wealth. I'm impressed by the content of your character. These people that have done this to me and that continue to do this to me have more money, some of them, than they'll ever know what to do with. They don't help people. They use their money to hurt people. They abuse people. They murder people. Their intent is to murder me by causing me to commit suicide through psychological, emotional, physical abuse.
Feeling a little backed into a corner, Sheldon. interesting. Can you see how a grown man, an accomplished scientist, who invests in a store that sells picture books about flying men in colorful underwear might be wasting